Welcome, everyone, to Week 11 in the NFL action. This is the Predictive Playbook NFL show, and we are taping this on Wednesday morning, Eastern Standard Time. Obviously, there will be changes along the way here, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and then right before game time, there can be changes too. COVID is starting to be a little bit of a news item. And injuries now, it's almost like reading a book to get through all the unfortunate injuries in the NFL, but it's typical and it happens every year. We're going to get started right away here with a show with a game that Don Buster is going to break down. And first, I want to welcome both Don Buster and his friends call him Buster and the Rocket Man Sports to the show. And Buster, this game is one that I'm really intrigued with. I can't wait to see this. This is 4:25 Eastern Standard Time. The Cowboys are taking on the Chiefs, two of the best teams, I think, right now. The Chiefs are finally starting to get out of their own way. They're coming off a big win. The Cowboys 7-2, 3-1 away, have total control of the NFC East. The line is Kansas City as a skinny 2.5-point home favorite with a total of 56. Where do you see the best action to bet on in this matchup, Buster?
Well, John, thanks again for having me on the show. In this game, I'll tell you, I really believe the wrong team is favored. We had Dallas at 1, and I know Kansas City looked very impressive the other night against the Raiders, but a couple plays here and there, and there's a lot of guys wide open for the Raiders that were missed. A lot of receivers missed, and I'm still not sure Kansas City is where they were last year. We always talk, guys, about recency bias, and I think this has there's some recency bias in this line, especially with two teams that people like to bet. Everybody likes to bet Kansas City. Everybody likes to bet Dallas. And like I say, Mahomes looked really good on Sunday night there, but the Dallas defense came to play last week. They hold Atlanta to 3 points, and Atlanta has a not bad offense at all, and they hold them to 3 points. And this Dallas defense has been playing better. They held Minnesota to 16 points with a high-powered offense of Minnesota. So really like what the Dallas defense is doing. Dallas offense is they're going up and down the field on people, and I think that's exactly what's going to happen here today. I always like taking the team. When you're looking through the game, one of the better handicaps is to see the best teams on offense and the best teams on defense. Well, Dallas statistically has the best offense. They're number 1 in the league to Kansas City, number 4. They also have the best defense. They're number 15 to the league to Kansas City's number 26. And at the end of the day, for us here, we actually believe that Dallas's defense will make way more stops. And I think the Dallas offense will go through that Kansas City defense like they've gone through a lot of teams this year. And John, of course, I always have a little stat for you. Kansas City is 5-16 the last 21 games against the spread. Dallas 8-1 against the spread their last 9. Like I said, wrong team favored here. We're taking Dallas, and you're getting 2.5 right now. You could take them to win outright, but Dallas is the play for us.
Great breakdown, Buster. I love the analytics. I love numbers, and especially two that support the Dallas Cowboys here. I'm with you. I'm ready to just bet the money line on this game. I don't think Kansas City really has proved anything yet other than just 1 week. And now we're going to have my pick here, and I'm looking at the Minnesota Vikings Green Bay Packers game. That game is taking place at 1 o'clock on Sunday in Week 11 action. Packers are visiting Minnesota here in a division rivalry game. Green Bay favored by 2.5. Over-under is 49. U.S. Bank Stadium, Minneapolis, Minnesota is the location for this game. And I think the Packers are overrated. I know they're 8-2, they're 4-2, they're steamrolling people, or not people, but teams, and they're doing well. But I think this matchup here, despite the fact that the Vikings are 4-5, is a game that the Vikings can win. And Kirk Cousins is having a sensational year, a lot better than previous years. He has 18 touchdowns, 2,434 yards passing. Delvin Cook, 139 carries, 648 yards rushing. Of course, Devontae Adams of the Packers is a difficult matchup for any defense. But here's what we got. The Packers have covered the spread in 9 consecutive games. That doesn't mean that they're due to lose. It means that the market now has moved enough to make them overvalued. The Westgate preseason line had the Vikings as a 3.5-point home favorite in this matchup before the season started. We're now at Minnesota as a 2.5-point dog. During this year, if you faded movements of 5.5 or more points, you hit at a roughly a little bit over 70% against the number. So what we have here is like a stock like Apple Computer. It goes up and up and up and up, and all of a sudden has a correction. And I think Green Bay is in that position right now, and they may have some difficult games over the next 2 to 3, 4 weeks. This is the one that matters for the show, and it's backed by a betting angle that I'll detail right now. The matchup pits 2 conference foes against each other. That's satisfied. The home team is a struggling defensive unit, which the Vikings are, allowing 23 to 27 points per game. The Vikings allow 23.4. They rank 16th in the league. They're facing a good defensive team, and this is where I think the Packers are just not they're not this defensive team. I see this as an aberration. They're allowing 14 to 18 points per game and are coming off a double-digit win, which the Packers are. The Packers defense ranks 3rd, allowing 18 points per game, but fellas, opponent red zone scoring percentage success is 2nd to last. And that's where I see the cracks. They've gotten away with some smoke and mirrors here defensively, and I think Minnesota has that passing offense that is going to exploit it. So in the last 10 seasons, with those parameters, the record has gone 19-9-1 for 68%. And if our team is the home dog, it goes to 14-7 for 67% winners. And lastly, if the dog defeated the current opponent in their previous matchup, what the Vikings did, beat the Packers, they're 7-3 over the last 10 years, 70% winners. My money is on Minnesota with a sprinkle on the money line. Now we're going to move over to Rocky. And Rocky's got a very good game here. And this is the Dolphins versus the Jets, 1 o'clock start. Jets 2-7, Dolphins 3-7. Dolphins 1-4 on the road, but they're favored by 3 points with an over-under of 45. Let us know, Rocky, where the best bet is to make in this matchup.
All righty. Thanks, John. Neither team here is very good offensively. Let's take a look at the Jets' defense here. They allow 134 yards per game rushing, 283.2 yards per game passing for a whopping 417.2 total yards per game this season. This Jets defense is ranked number 29 in rushing, number 31 in passing, and they have the worst overall defense in yards allowed in the entire league, sitting at number 32 right now. Over the last 3 games, the Jets have allowed 40.3 points per game. The Miami defense, on the other hand, has actually stepped it up the past 3 games, allowing only 15 points per game. And they played Houston, of course, not a good team, but they played 2 very good teams during that time, Buffalo and Baltimore. And the defense stepped up and did well against those 2 teams. This week they'll face Mike White in the Jets offense. He has thrown for 953 yards in 4 games, but he has 5 touchdowns compared to 8 interceptions this season. And their rushing attack is 30th in the league, averaging only 76.3 yards per game. So we look at the Miami offense. Brissett did get banged up last game. He's questionable, but I do believe Tua should be ready to go. So I've got to go with a team here with the better quarterback, in my opinion, no matter which one starts, and the defense that is playing decent right now. And let's take a look at a few trends here for this game. Miami is 16-7 against the spread the last 23 games after an against the spread win. The Jets are 5-13 against the spread their last 18 games after allowing more than 30 points in their previous game. The Jets are 2-8 against the spread last 10 games. That's an underdog. The Jets are 0-5 against the spread last 5 games against a team with a losing record. And Miami is 6-0 against the spread the last 6 games overall versus the New York Jets. So I'm going to play Miami minus the points here on Sunday.
Love it, Rocky. Great breakdown by both of you guys. I appreciate you being on the show and your time. But before I let you guys go, I want everyone to know that because you watch this video, you're going to get an opportunity to use the promo code shown on the graphic above. You get additional $20 off any sport for a 30-day subscription at Sportsmemo from any one of the 3 of us. It's already on sale right now, guys and gals, at $99, that's dirt cheap already, and it's a great opportunity for you to take advantage of it. But it's a way for us to thank you for watching these videos and supporting our efforts. We're giving you another $20. That reduces it to $79, which is about the cost of what our 3-day normal regular package is, and you're getting 10 times the amount of days having us working for you. So on behalf of Buster, Rocky, myself, sportsmemo.com, and the NFL Week 11 Predictive Playbook Show, may all the wins be yours.